Here's something that's been worrying me for a while. When you go into Microsoft Copilot and make yourself an agent and you give it tools and knowledge sources and context and all that good stuff so it can do its job, and then you start chatting to it and press run, what actually happens? Because most people, when they make an agent or design a workflow inside Copilot, will just do basically one thing, which is prompt engineering. You come to the Copilot Studio interface, or even just the normal Copilot. Microsoft, fix your naming. What is going on? And you get this place where you can design a prompt for an agent, and you can also kind of like assign tools to it as well. And these tools might be things like knowledge sources, or they might be the ability to execute code and stuff like that. But how does this agent, quote unquote, decide to use the tools? But in Copilot, we have a thing they call generative orchestration, which is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-step process to figuring out what to do. We're going to try and keep this under 3 minutes. So we're going to rattle through these steps and then address them all individually later, I think, in separate videos. But in a nutshell, what happens? You have some natural language input. That then goes through the preliminary check with the safety algorithm to make sure you haven't said anything naughty. Once Microsoft have satisfied themselves that you've not said anything naughty, we do a thing called function matching. I say we, Copilot. So it takes all the descriptions of all of the tools and all of the knowledge bases that you have given Copilot and matches those with the query that you have given it to figure out whether those things would be useful for answering the query. Once we've done function matching, we do a thing called tool initiation, which is basically just use the tools, whether that's querying a knowledge source or sending an email or executing some code or doing something. We do tool initiation. And if the Copilot can't come up with a good reason to do them in some order, like you might have to execute some code before you send an email about executing the code, then you want to do that one first and that one second. And then we do result analysis, where all of the information from those tools and those knowledge sources comes back in, and we formulate what is going to be the answer for the human, the squishy meat bit that's on the end of all of this. There is a responding stage here, and Microsoft call it a responding stage, but secretly it's the mirror of these preliminary checks. This responding stage here is to make sure that the AI doesn't say anything naughty itself. Once that's been established, we get a natural language output.